What is up, guys? It is DMG here, and today we are going to be looking at the second in-form Jose Morales card. And, you know, he was that cheap beast at the start of FIFA 20 at striker, and while his starter card this year maybe wasn't as good, you know, again, after his two in-forms, right, this card is looking to be better than ever. So he is 5'11", high medium, 4-star, 4-star, so he does fit that meta, right? He has a good amount of skills, good weak foot, and then his stats on the card are actually quite good, right? The pace, the shooting, the dribbling is good for a left mid, or if you were to put him at striker, which is what we're going to do, his passing is quite good, and surprisingly, his defending is actually not that bad. I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, but if you played him as like a center mid who's attack minded, I think he would actually be pretty decent there. He would also be pretty good as an outside mid, so left mid, right mid in a 3-5-2, for example. So, you know, surprisingly, he is actually pretty versatile. Now, we are going to be putting him at striker, which is also why we put a finisher on him. We are taking a page out of Inception's playbook here, and again, putting that finisher on him. So his attack positioning, finishing, shot power are all 95 and higher. His dribbling gets increased to 99, his agility and balance are both 90 or higher. And along with that, he also has some good traits. He has the finesse shot trait, he has the outside of the foot shot trait, he also has a lean body type, and all of this for less than 70k. So I do think that this guy could be a very cheap beast, so hopefully he does perform well in game. First game, and it is a very odd team because he is full BPL, right? And then there's that just red 91 rated Kimmich, off chem, completely off chem and out of position, so kind of odd there, to be honest. Kleiber, where does Morales go? Okay, that's not bad. Okay, on the ball. Yeah, he does feel he makes those very tight turns. Very, very good there. Let's see if he does have the good finesse. Are you kidding? This is his first shot of the game, 6 minutes in, and we've already figured out that, one, his dribbling is quite good, which we kind of knew, right? We knew his dribbling was going to be good. And then he pulls that out of his ass. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, great run. Can you do a nice little dinky chip? Of course he can. Two goals, less than 9 minutes into this game. Yeah, this guy's kind of nuts already. He's already doing well. So at this point, I think it's going to be, one, how many goals he can score, and two, if he can just stay consistent. Okay, Ronaldo just keeps running. Morales, where do you go here? See, I do wish he kind of would have pulled back. It's not like it's the worst case scenario, because not all of the strikers, in fact, most strikers don't do that. However, I do wish he would have. Okay, Morales, dude, I'm telling you, like, he does feel very good at the dribbling. That pass was not good, though. Oh, dude, if you provide Morales with some runners, because again, you know, his passing's all right? We saw that it's okay. It's not amazing, but it's obviously usable. If you provide him with some runners, you can pass the ball really well. Not because his passing is absolutely extraordinary, but because his dribbling is so good, it allows him to get into a spot that can, you know, where he can easily make a pass. Yeah, dude, his dribbling is literally top notch. Oh, hello. And then there is Morales. Oh my god. Dude, the guy has a hat trick on his debut. He's kind of killing it right now. Dude, even his weak foot, man. Even his weak foot is nuts. Now, you can also see his stamina, right? It's actually pretty low, and he does have 85 stamina, right? 85 is not too bad, but that's also why I kind of am hesitant about using him in the midfield and on the outside wings as well, because 85 is not good enough for that particular spot. End of the first game, and there he is with a perfect 10-0 rating, 4 goals, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, we did kind of switch things up, because initially he was playing in a 4-4-2. That's what we used, and he was the striker getting in behind. And then once the guy, my opponent, got pretty close, right, it was 3-2, then we switched it to this formation, and he continued to perform a lot better. And I think that that's where he's going to be very good. I think he can be kind of that hold up false nine player, not because his passing is extraordinary, but because, like I mentioned before, his dribbling is so good that he can get into a spot to make an easy pass. Next game, and we have a little bit of a hybrid, not that strong of a team, which kind of makes it a little bit scarier in my opinion. So again, this time around, we're going to switch it into a 4-3-3, kind of that false nine position for Morales, so then he can kind of go and play that false nine spot at striker. Morales, he has a way. He just has a way of finding the right space every single time. That's just kind of what he is. Middle. Why? Okay, so right there was the first time where Morales was actually pretty bad, right? Because he cuts forward when he could have just cut back and would have been a wide open goal for him. Come on. See, Morales is kind of, I don't know what he's doing right now, right? He's supposed to be staying center and being that false nine. He's just not doing that. Finesse. But he's got the best finesse shots in the game. So you know what? We can kind of let it go. We can let it go a little bit. Oh, Morales to Bergkamp, and that was literally like 50,000 miles wide. Okay, Morales. Thank God. See, he can do it. He can do it no problem. And that's a hat trick. That's another hat trick for him. I might have an idea about what his best position is, I think. Because obviously we want him to cut in on the left side, right? Use that finesse shot of his. And we also need him to have runners because he can pass the ball very well. Best formation might be a 4-4-2 where he plays that left striker because then, you know, he's on the left side. He can cut in and then use that finesse shot that he has. And then obviously, you know, he'll be kind of that target man, that false nine. And then the other striker can make runs in behind. The other center mid can make runs in behind. And so again, he'll have runners. Bergkamp, come on. Oh, yeah. Obviously, Morales' strength is not his strong suit. So if he's gonna have to body someone, he ain't gonna be doing it. And we're not gonna call the game. We're not gonna call the game. We're not calling the game. We're not gonna call the game. We're not gonna call the game. Dude. The epitome of being an asshole, ladies and gentlemen. We love to see it. So, at the end of the game, Morales with a hat trick. I mean, he did what he was supposed to do, you know? He was a very, very good player. I think I was a little wrong at that left striker spot. We're going to try to continue to figure out what his best position is. We have a classic backline, Varane, Gomez, Walker, Lloris. Probably got to bring in Rashford again. There's obviously the Neymar. And so what we're going to try this time is a 3-5-2. The reason being is I think that's going to give Morales some more support. And I think with that added support, it might be a little bit better for him to produce as well. Morales? Okay. I know that was a little off. Alright, I know he didn't make it, but genuinely, his finesse shots might arguably be some of the best in the game. Oh my god. Are you kidding? Okay. His overall card may not be, oh my god, the best card you'll ever play with, right? But it is damn fun, and his shooting is nearly unstoppable. Oh, if you see Morales, right, he's just on the edge of that back line, right? And he's offside right there. His positioning is not the best, right? After that first game, I think that might have been the best that we saw, because as of right now, right, he pushes the back line a little bit too much. I'm not a fan of it. All right, end of the first half, and one thing I'm noticing a lot about Morales is that his run making is pretty good. So when you're like on the counter, for example, he knows what gaps to hit, he knows what angles to take, but then once you have that slower build up, then his positioning is a lot worse. Okay, Dybala, run that way. There you go. Morales, right there. I didn't tell him to do that. That's just him. And his shooting is so good. That's what I mean, right? If you have the opportunity to send him through, he is going to be very good. That is his skill set. It is so great seeing a player just like aggressively go into space. It's literally that simple, man. His dribbling is so silky smooth that he can burst away from anyone. And then with his shooting, it's just going to be a goal every time. Literally, he got another hat trick. He's genuinely had a hat trick in every single game that we've played so far. After the 3 games that we played, he got 10 goals and no assists. So he is legitimately an out-and-out goal scorer. So here is what I've noticed about his card, is that when it comes to making runs, it is very, very good. Again, if you have a break, right, if you have a counter-attack, which obviously this game is very counter-attack heavy, you know, and he has a lot of space to run into, and you kind of let him have the freedom to kind of choose a diagonal to go into, he's so very good with that. Right? His shooting is so very good. His finesse shots are amazing. His 91 curve along with the finesse shot trait. His dribbling with a finisher is disgusting. It is genuinely so goddamn good. The only thing that I noticed that was a little bit of a downside with his card is his positioning when you have a slower build-up. Even if you're still kind of moving forward into the final third, even if it's not very fast, he's okay. Maybe not as good as if he were sprinting and aggressively running into space, but he's still good enough to be used, right? But if you are very slow, and again, let's say you have the ball and you're just kind of passing it around because your opponent's very defensive and you're just kind of waiting for an opening, he's not very good at positioning himself. He's not very good at finding an opening in that case. So that's the little bit of a downside. However, with how good his shooting is, with how good his dribbling is, with how good his passing is, at least for a, you know, support striker or just a striker in general, his finesse shots, his shooting is amazing. I think he is well worth the 70k. So that is going to do it for this video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Again, I would recommend this card. It's a lot of fun, and you know, it's fairly linkable as well, right? Spanish and plays in La Liga, so should be fairly easy to link. Like I said though, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been DMG. Peace.